Getting ready for the Math 175, huh? So what we do basically is the revision. Uh, if you ask about the last assessment, the assignment 4, I did grade them. I just need some time to upload them in Banner. Then you're going to see. And if you need any clarification, you can ask. By the way, I didn't check if you have if there are some guys in your class that although they thought that they were in a group, but maybe their names are not there. So in this case, they got 0. Okay, so because what I care is the first page, the cover page. If your name is not written there, then it is too late. So we also have this issue. I hope it's not your case. So we start. What do you think? Do you have any question? By the way, so we were going to talk about final assessment, right? So how it is going to be. It's already announced, so you know much better than me with all these details that it's going to be 2 hours. Only 75 minutes is going to be from my side. It's like the questions. You are going to have 4 questions, by the way. So what are those questions about? It's systems and applications, logarithm and exponential equations, and compound amount, compound interest. I already posted all the, you can check, and you also follow this lecture notes. Okay, so I may revise the update the lecture notes on Moodle, so I will let you know. Ali Isa Abdulaziz. This is there was some questions that made me be late, and I should answer them. So your questions about mathematics, Ali? Multiple choice? No, Manal, no multiple choice questions. Only essay questions. Oh, by the way, so how it works? Let's say this is your page. Okay. So I advise for 4 questions. Maybe you may need like maybe 3 pages or something like that. I don't know. About the course. Oh, it's like it's like survey or something, Ali? Course evaluation. How is this? Is it good? Is it useful? And how is your instructor? Is she helpful or things like that, right? Okay. It didn't appear in your case. I don't know. Okay, this is your page, guys. So you are going to have 4 questions. Of course, I want to give more details also next class because this is very important. You are going to have 4 questions. Only the integrity statement is necessary for the first question. Okay, so what you do, you are going to write your name, surname, your ID, date, course code, and then you write that I affirm that blah blah blah. So you write your integrity statement and you have to sign. Okay, so because this is really official document, if you don't sign, it's like you didn't take the exam. Okay, so you have to write this down, sign it also, and then solve the first question. So only do it for the first question, but the other questions you don't have to do anything because it's actually you can start with this question with the integrity statement at the beginning. Okay, so first you write this down and you have to put your ID on the paper. Oh, you don't see the oh my god, you don't see my you don't see me. Okay, so this is your paper. Okay, so your name and everything and your integrity statement and your ID should be there on the paper. Okay, so it's not a copy, it's photocopy is not accepted. And then you solve your question Clearly you have to show all the details, you have to show, all your work. The grades didn't appear. Okay, I know. I know grades didn't appear because I didn't put them on Moodle yet. Okay, so let me put them in Moodle. This is my busy day, but I do my best to do this before I go home. Okay, but let's see, because I can only reach the system from the university, so it may be a little, complicated. Anyway, thank you, Ali. Khaled. Hi. Okay, so shall we start? As I told you, what you have to take care is that you study hard, okay? You study from the lecture notes. You have to show all your work. By the way, so maybe in the assessment 4, you are not going to be this last assignment 4. Maybe you're not going to see what you expected. So it's like maybe you believe that your paper is like 400, but maybe you're not going to get it. Why? Because I always say you have to, follow the same way as we do in class. Okay, so if you have any different, any original, any genius, any advanced ideas, okay, so I don't want to see them because this is not what I teach, right? So I can grade only what I teach. So if you just follow the same path as we do in class, you are going to be safe. Otherwise, God knows. So I see some, and I'm not because I saw some really advanced level mathematics. So if you have them in final, then you're not going to get good grade. Let me tell you. Okay, so I want to start. If you don't have any question, I want to start with this. Okay, so let's list here. We have the systems and applications and log and exponential equations, and I write compound amount. So my handwriting is terrible, I know. I'm just going to list this. Okay, I say compound amount, but this is the topic. Okay, so it can be, anything in this concept. So I want to continue with compound amount today, and then we are going to leave these in the end, the last session. By the way, let me just find this one for you before we start, because it's all about compound amount, and you understand compound amount is more connected to calculator than anything else you have seen so far. So you need good calculator. If you don't have it at home, a scientific calculator, you shouldn't worry about this because I am going to provide something for you. So now you just, I here give you a link. So this link, please copy, paste this link, and open this page. This is going to give you what you need for a scientific calculator. So chapters, system and applications, chapter 3. Logarithm function and exponential function their equations, chapter 4. Compound amount, chapter 5. Okay, it's already given, Mariam. Actually, I wrote them on Moodle. Okay, yes. There might be false alarm. You shouldn't get scared. Okay, so people are just testing in case there is fire. What's going to happen? Okay, so from time to time we can hear this. You shouldn't get scared. Class is going to continue. If it happens in the class time, we are going to continue in 2 minutes. Okay, so I start now. All right. So what we do? Mm, Okay. Okay, guys. So I continue with compound amount, and this is a revision, and you're going to also see some new types of questions in this revision. Okay. So what is the formula? S equals P 1 plus R to the power N. Right? Okay. So what is what here? So this is compound amount, right? Alarm started in some parts of the building. And this is principal or capital, sometimes present value. This is the money you start with. This is periodic interest rate. And you know how to calculate periodic interest rate. So this is annual rate or nominal rate over number of interest periods in 1 year. This one is total number of periods. So here, of course, the question type changes. Okay. So, for example, if I want to ask this amount, I ask my question start with this: find the compound amount. Okay, so it's just to get to know what type of questions can come, and those questions ask what. Okay, so find the compound amount, blah blah blah. So principle, how it can be. So it's like, if you have a goal to obtain that much money, how much money you have to put in the beginning. So how it's you can ask how much money has to be invested. Okay. Your question is going to be like that. Okay, so let me. Zainab, no, it's okay. So periodic interest rate, at what rate? Well, actually, it's, your question should start with at what nominal rate of interest? At what rate? So your question is going to be like that. Okay, so because it is about the interest rate, right? So normally the question asks you find the nominal interest rate or annual interest rate. So once you find R, then you're just going to use this formula to find annual rate. Total number of interest periods is about time. Okay, so for example, if I have 8 periods and the rate of interest is compounded quarterly, you can say that it takes 2 years, right? So it's really, this one is about time. So it's like it comes with the question how long, how many years. Okay, so here these are the structure for your questions. Okay, so for example, if I start with find a compound amount, you understand I'm asking this one. If I ask you how many years or how long does it take, it's all about n. Okay, so this is really very important observation, and with this now I'm starting my question. By the way, before I ask, because it's so much connected, what is compound interest? I say compound amount. Now what is compound interest? This is, well, what you obtain in the end, right? What you have in the end minus principal, which means what is the extra money, right? So this is compound amount minus principal. Okay, so this is S minus P. So my next question is going to be about compound interest, finding the compound interest. Find the compound interest. If 500 KD is invested, what is this written? For 6 years with the annual rate or at the annual rate. Uh, 4% compounded. I want to ask first daily and then yearly, annually, or yearly. Okay, so it comes in 2 steps. Okay, so thank God we have space. Okay, and for daily, let's work on that. Oh wait, I have a better idea. I'm going to divide the page into half. Okay, and then we can compare. Okay, so for daily, what we have? Okay, so compound interest is asked, right? Principal, the starting money is 500. Of course, I mean, maybe I'm using all the time the same numbers, small numbers, but it's just to give you the idea. Of course, in the main real life applications, it's going to have some more zeros here, huh? It's okay. And the number of interest periods, here it's about 6 years, and it is the rate of interest is compounded daily, meaning that you have 365 what periods in 1 year, right? So in the end of 6 years, you are going to have this much, right? And the periodic interest rate is 0.04 over 365. And now we have the formula S equals P1 plus R to the power n. You're just going to put everything in its place. So this is 500, 1 plus 0.04 over 365 to the power 6 times 365. Okay, so can you please calculate this for me? Can you calculate? Guys, I already give you the link, so please use this link and calculate. And I need answers, like at least 3 answers to make sure, okay, that the result is correct. Are you working on that? Dima, Fatma, Ali Arab, Ali Shawaf. I'm waiting for answer from you. Is that correct? No, Zainab, you just do everything in the same calculator. You're just going to do everything in the same calculator. Okay, Lujane, find something like 600. I may like this one. Same. Okay. Who else, Ali? Same? Okay, so can I just say approximately this much, right? Okay, so well, actually, Lujane, you show 3 digits for decimal, but it's okay. So we can also keep it two. So this is compound amount, right? So this is compound amount. But what I ask is the interest. Compound interest is S minus P, right? So now I'm finding the compound interest. This is 635 point something minus 500 is going to give you what? This much. And this is compound interest. This is the answer. Okay? Well, now let's apply the same thing to another method. The rate of interest is compounded annually, means once in a year, right? So this means one period each year, right? So S is asked, same thing. P is 500. Basic interest rate is nominal rate or annual rate over the number of periods in 1 year, which is one. You don't even have to put this here, right? And N is 6 years, and for each year you have only one period. So I don't have to put this one here in the denominator and here as multiplication, but I just want to protect the structure of the formula. Okay, so what we have, and then we have a chance to compare these two values. It's going to become 500. Guys, I need calculator again. What's it equal to? What's it equal to? Yes? Really? Okay, I received 3 different answers. Which one I should take? Guys, which one I should take? Tell me. Same as Sarah. Okay, so Lujane, you corrected? Can I ask what you're using? Can I can I ask what you're using? Are you using the website I give you? Barjas here. Barjas, is Barjas here? Okay, Lujane, you use your calculator. Barjas here. Barjas. Uh, I want also some guys. Okay, Casio, good. I also want some guys who uses the website. Okay, this is so practical. This is really practical. Please use it. Okay. Okay, Abdullah, no problem. So, okay, so your result is 625 332.65, huh? So this is KD, your compound amount. But what I ask here is the compound interest. I know it's uglier. Then this is the money you're going to get in the end of 6 years, and this is the money you started with, right? And the difference is this much KD is the compound interest. That's it. Let's see. So now there are two different strategies to invest money. Okay, so you can use daily or annually rate of interest compounded, right? So and then these are the difference comes as the interest, and you see the more frequency you have, the more money you get in the end. Okay, so please take these notes of this page and then I'm going to give you another question. Done, done, done. Okay, Abdullah, I hope you wrote nice things, huh? Because you are late, and if at the same time if you wrote some bad things, then you know it's not acceptable. What? That's okay. I was just kidding. All right, so shall we? Shall we change the page? Yes. Okay, so this time, okay, okay, I wait. We are not in hurry. We have two full lectures. Okay, write this, no problem. We have two full lectures to cover many things. Ah, thank you very much, Abdullah. Yeah, yes. Then you get A from my course, huh? You want A or A minus, Abdullah? You tell me. A minus? A minus is also okay? A is okay. Okay, okay. Yes, I thought so. So now we can just continue with another type of question. Attention. These are the questions that you can see uh, in this topic. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you how many years, how long will it take, and things like that. It's all about the number of periods you have, right? So let's see this one then. How many years will it take for, I don't know, what should I say? 700 kd to amount to 950 kd with rate of, now I'm going to change it slightly. Rate of 5% quarterly. Okay, what do you think? So if you don't like these rates and things, we can change it. If you prefer some other numbers, we can do this. Even here, I can change it to 2 because we haven't used 2%, right? It may take some time, right? 2% is really too little. Let's see, okay? But this is just, example, so the numbers will change in real life. Okay, so as I told you, if it is how many years, it's all related to the n, okay? But I mean, we have to wait a little. So we are starting from this much money, okay? And then our goal is to make this much money. And this is the rate, but it's the rate is always the annual rate given, right? Annual rate of this one. And when it is compounded quarterly, it's the dividend interest rate also, right? Quarterly meaning that 4 periods in 1 year, right? Right? So now let's see what we have. Principal is 700. Compound amount 920. Periodic interest rate 0.02 over 4, right? Okay, so we have this, and well, n, we don't know about n, but it's not really the end of the question. It's not the main answer of the question. It just gives me the idea to reach how many years it's necessary. Okay, so we have here the formula again. Let's fill it as much as we can here. And well, this is 1 plus 0.02 over 4 to the power what? N. We don't know it. And the idea here is to find n. But n is on top, right? So how to make it down is it needs some technical issues, right? Technical details we need to do. So first of all, this is the unknown expression is here in this parenthesis. We have to get rid of the 700, right? We are going to divide both sides by 700. This is the first thing we do. So here I'm dividing both sides by 700. Cancelled. And here I have this one. 920 over 700 equals, well, actually, if you want, there's no force for this. If you want, you keep it like this. And if you like, you just add them together and write it as a fraction. Which one you prefer? Shall we just combine them together or leave it like this? What do you prefer? Guys, what do you prefer? Should we just add them together or we keep it like this? Shuhud, what do you prefer? Leave it. Okay, I will leave it. So here, in order to Zainab, you are late. So here I have to consider the first answer. I'm sorry. Okay, Zainab, you can combine, huh? No problem. So we are going to reach here, and attention, this needs log. Okay. So how we do this is the following. So I want now the question, forget about everything, forget about this story about money. Okay. So now imagine I have this question and I ask you find n. How you do this? We use the definition of logarithm. So how was it? Logarithm base a b equals c means a to the power c equals b, right? So now I'm going to rewrite this one in this form, okay? So here the exponential form is this one, so I'm writing it here. 1 plus 0.02 over 4 to the power n equals 920 over 700, right? Now this is my exponential expression. I need to reach this n and I'm going to use logarithm. I turn back and what I get. So I write log. A is what? A is this expression. Zainab, now maybe you can think that instead of this complicated expression, we could just combine them together and we add them together and then write one number instead of this or one fraction. You are right. You can do this, okay? But well, we just kept it like this. Anyway, so now B is this number. I'm writing here this number. 920 over 700 equals C, and C is n. So now guys, I'm going to ask you what is this value, okay? What is this value? Can you just use in calculator? Can you find this value in calculator? I'm also going to double check what you do. Yes. Now let's check here. Scientific calculator. You just open your page and write here. You see logarithm with the base. Instead of base, you write this, if you like, fraction. Um, let's see who is going to do faster, huh? And here I have another fraction. Keep them as fraction. Don't put decimals because decimals can, not be so precise and your result can change just because of this. I found the result. Let's see if you found this one. Zainab. Okay, who else? Who else, guys? Who else found the result? Hello, Atup. Atup, why it's 1.3? This is, well, guys, this is base, right? So this is base. Let me write here. N as what? Logarithm 1 plus 0.02 over 4. This is the base and this is the number. And approximately it is what? Okay, guys, more answers. Esma, Dalal, Dima. I want to hear from you also, guys. Feda here. Manal, you say yes or no? Yes. Or you say no, I'm not here. Feda, can you please go to this page? Guys, let's do it. This is very important. Go to this page, okay? And find this value, okay? I can even write it better, maybe. My God, I deleted everything. I'm going to cry because of you. Oof. Let's have a break. I'm going to rewrite everything again. Okay, guys, sorry for this. I'm going to write everything again. So let's have 5 minutes break. Oof. Okay, things happen. Okay, so I was really fast, and I'm glad that I remembered this detail. So only the colors different, right? So I couldn't remember the right colors, but anyway. So let's see. How many years is connected to having how many interest periods you have in order to reach from 700 to 920. So you have to reach here the power. Okay, so when you put everything in the formula, you need to reach the power, and then how to reach power is exactly is to use the logarithm. Okay, so we have this definition, and here instead of a, I'm writing here the base a. B is the number here given. Actually, I only need the ratio, okay, here, and n is given like that. And in the calculator, I don't know if you bothered yourself with just trying to find the value, except Zainab. Zainab, thank you very much. And what about rest, guys? What about rest? Huda, Manal, same value. Okay, so here what you understand here, you're saying this is 54 point, what was it, 79. Okay, so you understand that, one period cannot be interrupted in the middle. Okay, so a period should be positive integer. Why? Because it's really like that. So each period, you start and then you finish, start and finish. You cannot interrupt in the middle. Interrupting meaning that you turn back to the original, to the origin. Okay, or to the previous previous point. So what you do, instead of 54.79, because there is no such a value for period, you complete it to 55. What does it mean? So this value in your calculations, this value is going to bring you from 700 to 920, but it's not possible. This is not, in theory it's correct, but in practice, no, because you cannot just have like decimals for periods. You can take 54, but in this case, from 700, you cannot reach this value. You reach less than this. If it is 55, you are going to exceed actually this value a little, but it's okay. It's more is not harmful here, right? So this is more or less what you're going to get for n, but then you have to complete it to 55 periods. So number of periods, total number of periods is 55. So we consider total number of periods is 55. Okay, so now let's see how many years is related to what. So if you have the number of years is known, years times 4 is the total number of periods, right? For example, 1 year, 4 periods, 2 years, 8 periods, 3 years, 12 periods, 10 years, 40 periods, right? So here, if you have the total number of periods, you're just going to divide it by 4 in order to find the number of years. Okay? So the number of years, or let's say in 1 year, 4 periods, and then you have 55 over 4 years you have to have. So what is this value? What is this value? More or less? Let me calculate. Something like that. That's the answer. Please write this down. I wrote it twice and let me know when you finish writing. And I go to the next page. Uh, I advise you to do it fast because I mean we already wasted a lot of time. I deleted by mistake and you didn't get the last step. Okay, so here, um, so in 1 year there are 4 periods, right? In how many years you have 55 periods? You know, you take the ratio and then you divide 55 by 4 to find how many years you have. For example, in 1 year, 4 periods. In 2 years, how many periods? 8 periods, right? So 8 periods, it means that you have 2 years, right? If you have 40 periods, if you have 40 periods, how many years do you have? 10, right? Because for each year you have 4 periods. How you do this? You divide 40 by 4 and then you find the number of years passed, right? So for 55 periods, how many years do you have? If for 1 year you have 4 periods, 55 periods is going to take 13.75 years, which is found by dividing these values. Is it okay? Better now, Zainab? Is it better now? Okay, so now let's continue with another one. So, attention, these are the questions. I don't want to erase anything else because this is so painful. So, here I ask this. Well, I want to ask now this one. How much money I have to invest, okay, in order to get this much money in the end? So, that's my question now. How much money has to be invested in order to get 800 KD as the compound, what is this? As the compound amount in the end of 9 years at the rate of 12% compounded monthly. Oh, wait, I don't want to keep this 12. I change it to something else. What we want. 4.5%. This is also used, right? What about 3.5% then? Okay, so what is given here? How much money has to be invested? How much money has to be invested is about P, right? So P is asked in order to get The compound amount is 800 KD. Okay, so how many periods do you have? So for monthly, meaning that 12 periods in 1 year, right? And in the end of 9 years, you have 9 times 12, right? And the periodic interest rate is 0.0, I would say if it was 3%, I would just write here 3, but then I continue like that. So because this means you have 35 over 1,000, right? So and then it corresponds to this one. And that's it. So let's use the formula. Now I'm going to divide this by, pink. I'm going to divide this by 12 because it gives me the number of years, number of periods in a year, right? True, that's true. There is monthly, there are 12 periods in 1 year only, Mana. Okay? So here, if there are 9 years, in the end, you have that many periods. Okay? So if I have this much periods, Zainab, this is for you. And if I divide both sides by 12, I'm going to find 9 years. Okay? So this is why in the previous question we divided. Now I have the phobia that I'm going to erase everything by mistake. Anyway, so we have here as this one is asked, everything else is given. 800 equals P 1 plus this 12 to the power n, right? Oh, wait, what is n? N is 9 times 12, okay. And what is P? P is found as 800. Can you please help me, guys? Calculating this. Can you please calculate this, guys? Sarah? Yes, I wait. Is that right? Sarah found something like this. So can you please confirm? Lujane, Ritaj, Salsabel. That one. More or less same. Okay, Huda found. Zeynep. Same? Okay, so then I say P is approximately this much. So if I put in this account this much money after 9 years at the interest rate of 3.5% compounded monthly, I'm going to get 800 KD. Of course, I mean I don't want to wait 9 years for this much money, so I would put like more zeros here, huh? So that's the story. Okay, please write this down. I have one more question, and then we are going to finalize the session. Okay. About the attendance, I'm going to take care of it in the end. So please write this down, and when you are ready, let me know. Okay, so now as the last question, Ritash, nice. Yusuf is here. Yusuf here? Is Yusuf here or escaped? Yusuf? Okay, I'm going to call Yusuf again. This is the last question of today. How many years will it take? For doubling the invested amount? If the annual rate is 4.5%. Yes, Yusuf, I called you and I got so disappointed I didn't get any response from you. Compounded weekly. That's the question. Okay. So let's see. It says very little. Okay. But let's try to find it out. Okay, what is this? First of all, the question is asking how many years. Go back. How many years is about total number of periods, right? So it's about n, right? So here I ask actually about n, not exactly n, but it is. Wait, what is this? Oh, no. Weekly means 52 periods in 1 year, not 48. Okay. So invested amount is not given, but maybe it's not really necessary to be given, right? Invested amount is, let's say, P. So your goal is to make it double. So your S is going to be 2P. Okay, so I'm starting with this compound. The principal is P. Okay, and S is 2P. You want to double your money. If it is 100, you want to make it 200. If it is 5, you want to make it 10. So if it is P, you want to make it 2P. Okay? and the periodic interest rate in here 0.045, right? This one over number of interest periods in 1 year is 52. Okay, and now n is the first step to reach how many years you need. Okay, so let's see what we have. We have the formula. S is 2p, and this is p, 1 plus 0.045 over 52 to the power n. And now you're going to see, in fact, it doesn't matter what is the amount you're starting. Okay, so it just needs the ratio here. Let me show. Again, we have here this unknown. In order to reach this expression altogether should be left alone. How I do this? I have to divide both sides by p. And when you divide both sides by p, you are going to see, in fact, you don't really need to know how much money you start with, because when you divide everything by p, this will cancel, nothing left out. Okay, so the only thing you care is only about the ratio. Look now, in the previous question here, the previous question just takes ratio. Okay, compound amount over principal, whatever it is, I don't care. So only I need the ratio. I don't need to know any more information. Okay, so here we have 2 this side, and on the other side we have what? 1 plus 0.045 over 52 to the power n. And again, we need to reach here n using logarithm, right? That's true, Zainab. That's true. So now let's see. Well, I want, guys, you show me this definition. In the assignment, the last assignment, I didn't see it much. It was kind of disappointing because I don't know how you find these details. But anyway, so this is something important. And you see, in fact, the question, mathematical part of the question is only this. Only this. So here, let's rewrite this. This one is for A. 1 plus 0.045 over 52, because it's weekly, to the power n equals 2. And now you go back. And here, you need logarithm. Base is this one. This is a little crowded, but this is your base, what we do. Maybe I can make this log bigger. I hope I'm not going to delete anything. Okay, it's better, huh? But my writing is not written well. $52 here, and here only 2, because B is 2, and it's going to give you n. Guys, now, is it the answer? Is it the answer? It's long, it's a lot, huh? Logarithm. I just trust you, huh? Zainab, you also found the same answer? I should trust you. And it's 2. And you say this is more or less 801.5 3, 1. And then I have to complete it. Same. Wonderful. Okay. So I'm not going to check anything then. So I have to complete this value to 802. Is that okay? Because I cannot interrupt a period in the middle. Okay. I have to complete the period. Complete it to 802. And this is your n. Okay. This is n. So now we know n, and well, this is the tricky part. What we have to do in 1 year, or let me just write here directly. 802 over 52 should give you the number of years. What is this? What is this, Huda? Can you calculate this one? Oh, sorry. You just calculate. I'm playing here. 15.42. Okay, I take this one. 15.42 years. This is the answer. Yeah, of course, with log you have to find this value, right? Once you find this value, you have to complete it to a round number, and then you have to divide it how many periods in 1 year. If it was semi-annually, you would divide it by 2, and it's going to be 400 whatever. If it was daily, then you would divide it by 365 to find how many years is necessary. Since the rate of interest is compounded weekly, meaning 52 periods in 1 year, then I divide it by 52. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much, guys, and I managed to finish it on time. Have a nice day. And next class is going to be all about something else. So, systems, applications of systems, and logarithmic and exponential equations. Thank you very much, guys. See you. Bye. Bye bye. Of course, no need to say that I'm here. If you need anything, if you ask questions, I will be here. Okay? Bye.